In this tutorial, we are going to go over how to search different social media websites and find examples for your assignment on how a brand uses social media. We'll also go over how to grab screenshots using Microsoft Office. First, we'll start with Twitter at twitter.com. It is best to create a username to search Twitter if you don't already have one. You can still search Twitter without one, but usually you'll navigate to a page that asks you to sign in. A way around this is to do a Google search with the keywords Twitter and whatever brand you are researching. For this tutorial though, I'll log in to use Twitter. Once you're on the home page, you can use the search bar to search for social media examples from your brand. It will give you different search options at the top, and towards the bottom are different Twitter pages with the keyword you've typed. Click on the one that you want to visit. Once you're on the page you want, you can scroll down through the tweets to see what examples you want to use. If you want to save the specific link for later, click on the tweet and then click Details next to the date and time. This will navigate you to a page for that one tweet. You can copy and paste the link in the search bar into a Word document for later. I like to paste the links into the draft of my assignment so I can take all the snapshots at once. I just put the URL where the snapshot will be in the final draft. This page also shows you more responses to the tweet if you want to show how users respond to your brand. You can also see a response close up by clicking Details just like a tweet, where you can save the link or take your snapshot. For Facebook, you'll need to log in as well, but you can probably get around it by doing another Google search using the words Facebook and your brand's name. When logged into Facebook, just use the search bar at the top of the page to look for your brand's Facebook. You'll get several different results, so make sure to look at them and choose the one you want. If your brand is well known, it'll be at the top of the results, then click on it. To find and save the link of a specific Facebook post, click on the date it was posted, which is right under the Facebook username of your brand. Just like with Twitter, this will navigate you to a separate page for the post. Copy and paste the link in the bar at the top for you to use later. Unlike Twitter, clicking on the date of a specific comment will not navigate you to its own page. However, you can save the link for later or zoom in on that comment for your snapshot now. If you're saving it for later, it might be easier to write yourself a little note on what comment you want. The specific time of the comment, the commenter's name, and even quoting the comment might help you find it again later. With YouTube, you don't have to be logged in to search the website. However, typing your brand name in the search bar will bring a lot of other results. A way to find content posted by your brand is to look at the names of the posters. Click on your brand's name or the channel button to visit your brand's page. Once you're on their page, you can search through their videos to see which ones you want to use. Sometimes there will be different categories, and you can click on the headings to go to a page that will show you more videos in that section. Click on the link of the video you want to see. If you want to save the link for later, click on Share right beneath the video. Copying and pasting the highlighted link into a separate Word document is the best option because it isn't as easy to embed a video in a Word document as it is to take a snapshot. Instead, you'll want to save the link for later when you can create a text hyperlink in your document that takes you directly to the video online. Next, at Pinterest.com, you'll also have to have an account to search directly within the website. You can work around this though by doing a Google search. Once you're logged in, you can search for your brand in the search bar at the top. Doing this will give you anything on Pinterest that has the keyword you've searched. To narrow your results and find your brand's page, you can click on Pinners right beneath the search bar after you've done your initial search. This will show you different pinners who have your keywords in their name and will help you find your brand. Click on the link for the name of your brand's page. If you can't tell which page belongs to your brand, it might be easier to do a Google search for your brand's Pinterest page so you'll know what name they use on the website. After you're on their page, you can look through their different pins or boards to find examples you want. When you find a pin that you want to use, click on the image to navigate to a page where it's by itself. Here you can either take your snapshot or save the link for later. Be careful not to click on the image too many times though. Doing so can navigate you to a different page embedded in the image. This is good if you want to visit a website to learn more about the pin, but if you're trying to save your example, just click back if you go too far forward. Google Plus's homepage at plus.google.com will require you to log in to go any further into the website. When logged in, you can search just like the other websites by using the search bar. Your brand's page will show up in the drop-down list. You'll also find your brand's page in the top right box called People and Pages. Click on that link to go to their page. When you find an example that you like, click on the date it was posted, just like Facebook, right beneath the brand's name in that post. This will take you to a separate page for only that post. The page will have a URL specific to that post to save for later or for a close-up for your snapshot. With Instagram, if you visit the website directly, it will ask you to log in just like the other social media websites. However, you can't register for Instagram using a web browser. You have to download the app to a mobile device just to register. Searching Google is actually the easiest option because there is no search bar within the Instagram website for you to search for your brand. After finding your brand's page through Google, look through the images to see which examples you want to use for your work. When you find one you like, click on it. A window will open enlarging the image and showing some comments. Here, either save the link for later or take your snapshot now. Finally, let's go over how to search Flickr. Go to flickr.com and search for your brand in the search bar. This website does not require you to log in before doing anything else, so you can go directly to Flickr to begin your search, even if you don't have an account. When you type in your brand's name, before simply clicking search, look at the drop-down list that pops up. This will give you different search options. You can search through everyone's uploads, different groups, or specific Flickr members. It'll probably be easiest to click on the Flickr members option. This will show you any members that have your keyword in their username. You can probably find your brand by finding the one that matches your keyword or brand name closest and by looking at the icons. If the icon is a picture of your brand, then it is usually your brand's page. However, if you still can't find your brand, try clicking on the Groups link right above the search bar. This will show you some other options. Some brands may not have a specific account, but will have a group that allows users to post on their behalf or share their brand experiences. Usually, the brand will be in charge of the group page even if they don't have a specific member page of their own. Click on the name or link that you want to visit to search through their different images. Keep in mind that much of the content on Flickr is from third parties. You can still use this for your assignment though if you want to show how your brand promotes user participation online. Find an image that you want to use and click on it. A new page will open for you to either save the link for later or take your snapshot. Now we can learn how to take a snapshot. When you find an example you want to include in your assignment, open up your Word document. Go to Insert and under the Illustration section, click on Screenshot. A small window will appear. Click on Screen Clipping. This will minimize your document automatically and take you to the next open window, so it helps to have the example you want to use open in the background. Click and drag the cursor so you can create a black box around the example you want to use. Once you let go of the mouse, the image will paste itself into the document. Some of the examples you want to use may be really large, and you will have to scroll on the page to see them. A way to shrink them so you don't have to scroll is to hold down the Control button on your keyboard and press the minus key. This will make the image smaller and make it easier for you to take your snapshot. You can also resize your image in the Word document. Make sure your cursor is flashing where you want to place the snapshot, because it will appear where the cursor is located. If you want to include examples from YouTube in your document, including a text hyperlink is the best option. To do this, highlight the text you want to hyperlink. Click on the Insert tab again. Next to Screenshot is the Hyperlink option, which is under the Links section. Click on that. A window will appear. You can link to documents on your computer, but because we're linking to a web page, click on Browsed Pages, which is right beneath Current Folder. In the address bar towards the bottom of the window, paste the URL of the YouTube video. Before you click OK though, make sure the words in the Text to Display bar match the words you've highlighted. Then click OK. This will create an embedded link to your example. If you want, you can even embed a link in one of your snapshots by following the same steps and making sure the image is selected when you click the hyperlink option. Following these steps will help you find examples of social media to use in your work. Once you know how to do this, it is up to you whether you want to save the links for later or take the snapshots as you go along. However, make sure to save your work as you go along so you don't lose anything along the way.